We're on to using percents in different ways now. This is the next section of the percents unit. We're going to talk about percent increase and decrease. But we're going to still use the same percent equation. The part is the percent times the whole, and in this case the part is how much the quantity increased or decreased by, and the whole is what we started with, or the original amount. So number one, Michael increased his trading card collection by 5 cards. He originally had 15 cards. What is the percent increase? So the change, or the increase or decrease, was 5, and the original was 15, so the part is 5 equals the percent times the original. We divide by 15, get x by itself. We get 1/3, which is 33 1/3% increase. Number two, suppose instead of increasing the collection by 5 cards, Michael increased his collection from 15 to 16. So the increase or decrease, or the change, was from 15 to 16. That's 1, that's the part. And his original amount of cards he had was 15. So now I would again divide by 15. So we get 1/15. And we get 6 2/3% increase. The value of an investment decreased by 10%. The original amount of the investment, that should say of, sorry, was 75. What is the current value? We know the percent of change is 10%, that's 0.10. 75 represents the original amount, so that goes where the whole is, and we don't know what the change was. So we get $7.50. Now this only tells us how much it decreased. This will not tell us what the current value is. So I take the $75, the original value, minus how much it decreased, and that will tell me the current value. So make sure that you read the question carefully and decide if what you found was the answer or how much it increased or decreased. So $67.50 would be the current value. Another way to look at number 3, if it decreased by 10%, that means I still have 90% of my value. So if I were to find 90% of $75, that also would give me the same answer, $67.50. So it's another way to look at the questions. Ken reduced his daily calorie intake by 300 calories. Does 7% of 2,500 equal 300 calories? So we're trying to see if this is true. 300 is the part. That's his reduction, how much he reduced it by. 0.07, and his original amount was 2,500. So we're seeing if this is true. So I need to know, does 0.07 times 2,500 equal 300? And it actually is 175. So this is not true. Number 5, Lou's math level on her achievement test in 7th grade was 650. Her math teacher told her that her level went up by 25% from her 6th grade level. What was her 6th grade level? So the 650 represents her achievement right now. And it went up by 25% from her 6th grade level. So right now, it's an increase of 25%. So that means her score now is 650. And we don't know her original in 6th grade, but we do know it went up by 25%. So her score right now is 125% of what it used to be. So we would use 1.25, divide both sides by 1.25. Keep in mind her score last year was lower. So if we get an answer, when you set up your equation, you get an answer that's not correct. Let's say you get an answer that's bigger, hopefully that you realize it's set up wrong. So her score last year was 520, which represents 25% less than what she got this year. Number 6, the population of cats in a rural neighborhood has declined in the past year by roughly 30%. So that's how much it's changed. Residents believe that it is due to wild coyotes preying on the cats. The current population in the neighborhood is estimated to be 12%, or 12, sorry. About how many cats were there originally? Right now there's 12, but we don't know how many that changed, and that's not the original. So the 12 cats that are left represent, if 30% are eaten, that means there's 70% left. So we want to know what 70% of the original amount was. That's where the 70 comes from. It's taking away 30%. This is the original amount. This is how many there are now. So we divide by 0.70. Again, we're looking for a number that's bigger because there used to be more cats in the neighborhood. And it works out to be about 17 cats. So all ways we can use percents. Keep in mind your answer should make sense when you do it. Just make sure that you